One for water, one for milk. I could buy a truck. Oh, there's a thought. Back it up. Come on. Alright. Unfortunately, the water fill point is horribly slow. And there isn't an easy way to speed it up, so... What do I need to press to filling? Start filling, 19. That is what I pressed, isn't it? Oh, there we go. So that's going to take a bit. Let's have a look at the cows. The cows are down to 100. They're eating about 60,000 food a day. So we can get that done. Oh. I've still got those two parked out in the yard, which we'll need later. Okay, turn it on. Lower the thing. So big cow feeder's a good thing. And the reason I say that is because you don't have to do this too frequently. So I think we might have more more maize silage than we have grass silage. The good thing is, I think I said that the plan for silage is I'm going to have to make some maize silage. We've got 2 cuts of grass left to go this year. The first cut I'm just going to bale it and wrap it and sell it. And then the second cut will stick in the silage clamp. Actually, no, I was going to do it the other way around. We do that in the silage clamp first. Then I don't have to worry about trying to fill 2 clamps at the same time and get short on food. Yeah, I can put the grass in, it can be fermenting, and then I can, sell off the grass I have, by which time it should be a good time to harvest the maize, and we can use the clamp that currently has grass in it, and then sell off what we have left of the maize from this year. 654. We've actually got less. But I won't be using Maize Plus in Farm Sim 25. I'm going to be doing, if I do animals, there'll be more sort of base game setup. Had fun with Maize Plus. I mean, we've used it quite a lot. We used it in our Oakfield farm, we used it in Maypole, we're using it here, so I kind of want a break from it. But yeah, my main thing is find a good map. And at this point, I'm not even decided on which continent I want to play for the next series. Yeah, we might do Europe, we might do the UK, which is slightly different from Europe. They drive on the other side of the road and use different currency. Or we might do America, which opens up a number of crops that just aren't produced in the UK. I left the John Deere switched on, so how's that doing? It's still only 53%. See what I said about it takes a while to load. That's okay. This actually gives me a chance to get the animal food loaded. Which is a good plan. What's the time? The time, real world time, is coming up on 10 o'clock. So it is 22nd of February. So next week will be the first week in March. I don't foresee anything taking up my time in the next 2 weeks. March 15th will probably end up as being a shorter than normal stream because there's some other things we've got to get done, real world things. So that's good. I mean, I like this. This is I'm just sitting around relaxing, playing Farm Sim. If somebody wants to come and watch, that's fine. I've noticed an uptick in people watching on YouTube, and that may be because they've been attracted to the Railroader series I'm doing and decided to check out Farm Sim as well. But yeah, so for March 15th, that might end up being a very short stream. I may think about starting it early, but it will definitely end early. I'm having issues here. There we go. And then we'll be playing through till, I'm not sure whether the last week of March or the first weekend in April, and then I think we're going to be strongly considering an end of this series and moving to Farm Sim 25 at that point. And hopefully it will be fixed. They put out a patch this week, 1.6, which I think is in a prelude to the first DLC. And I completely forget what it was called. But anyway, first DLC will probably, I'm not getting that, but they produce a patch usually a week or two before. I'm hearing reports that there was a little bit of a problem with that, and so there may be a hotfix in the next week or two. But then, yeah, the first DLC is the sort of the big piece of equipment that drives sideways across a field and inline on the roads. It's kind of an interesting piece of equipment, but it's really a big farm thing. But it does mean you buy that thing, and it's a seeder, a fertilizer, a manure spreader, a harvester, all in one. Which is all fine and wonderful, but like I said, you're talking, it's got huge working width. And if you're playing small farms, it doesn't really fit. I do not watch Marvel. I did watch what was it? Endgame, but then I kind of got fed up with it. With a lot of things, I get to a point of burnout. It's like, you know, I've watched this show for a long time, or I've watched this movie series for a long time. It's not really advancing. It's not giving me anything new. So I don't, yeah, I'm kind of bored with it. The other thing I've got is, you know, I'll only watch one show of a given type. So if I'm watching a police procedural, I won't pick up a new procedural. No, this is silage. This is food for the cows. Total mixed ration. So because I'm using Maize Plus, there are multiple different. Can I bring that up? Not yet. Get that emptied. I think I can. If I get out, okay, so there you can see that's the current mixture setting. I must have at least 10% grass silage, 10% maize silage. I can have up to 90% of both. So I can just use grass and maize for this mix. It's a realistic mixture. I could put alfalfa hay in there. I could put cut potatoes, beet pellets, you know, all of the things there. But I don't have to. Can't remember how to change the mix from here. But if I jump inside and press Y, oh, there we go. So that is premium. No, that's a different mix ratio. If I jump out there, it'll tell me what it is. This is beef cattle, which needs alfalfa hay and maize silage, and optionally some other stuff. Go again, jump out, molasses, water, mineral feed, straw, silage, hay. That looks for the most part to be a regular mix, straw, silage, hay, and is a young stock mix. So dairy cattle, I could do dairy cattle, but for that I need silage and hay. And the problem with possible imports, grass silage, maize silage. So I could use the silage I have and add hay to it and create a dairy cattle. And then Y again. Is that pigs? Oh, that's the standard base game mix. And that's the realistic mixture that I'm using. So there you go. But those different mixes are part of the Maize Plus mod, which rather than, you know, in base game, if you make silage out of maize, actually can't do that, or grass, it just comes out at silage. So not a lot of yeah, it's just generic silage. It's kind of like with the flour we have. You know, you can put wheat, barley, oats, sorghum into a flour mill and it just makes flour. It doesn't make wheat flour or barley flour or whatever. It's just generic flour. And that one there. So simplified produce, if you like. Giants appear to be going for a little bit more variation. We're now going with goats. Goats produce milk, but they produce goat milk, not milk. And I think cows now produce cow milk rather than just milk. And there's some other things going on as well. So they're slowly differentiating between different materials to make different produce. Okay, now I need this empty, and unfortunately don't have any use for it on the farm, but at least the greenhouses are full now, and I don't have to worry about them running out for quite a while. So we'll take this 12,000 litres down to the dairy, drop that off. Then we'll come back and grab a load of milk and drop that off too. I have a lot of land now. I have been... now that I'm kind of at the point where I have all the equipment I want. I even bought this John Deere and the Series 8 Deutz on sale. Yeah, they were on sale, and they're good sized tractors, close to 300 horsepower. I think this one's actually 305, and they replaced the Massey Ferguson. But as far as the map is concerned, we now have this big field of grass. I bought these 3 last week's episode. We've owned these 3 for a while. These 3 we bought last year. This one I think I bought last year and merged into that one. These 3 all merged together, and that one is a field of poplars, because there was a cheap baler on poplar baler on sale, so I decided, hey, why not? The game is not really difficult. It does come with a sort of tutorial. If you take the base game map, there is a tutorial. Okay. There we go. I looked at that and I thought, why have I only got 40% water in the tank? Because we emptied it into the things, the greenhouses. But it takes you through the introduction. If you play with the tutorial, it sort of takes you through okay, get into this tractor, start cultivating the fields directly in front of you. Now get into this